Good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our week 5 of our Seamanship 3 Non-Dangerous Goods. For our topic for today is about the bulk cargo, grain cargo for the week 5. No, it must be week 5. So, stored grain pest and weevil larvae. So, yung mga pest na namumuo pagdating sa ating mga grain or sa ating mga bulk cargo, lalong-lalo na yung mga goods na tina-transfer natin na pagkain, 'no? Kasi siyempre kung mga coal naman 'yan, hindi naman magkakaroon ng mga peste, 'no? So, one example how to fumigate or how to eliminate this pest is this video, no?
It's raining, so stop muna yung loading. This cargo should not be contaminated by water.
So, by the way, this video is by Chief Red, no? It is very informative video, and this video is about fumigation.
After our cargo holds have passed the inspection and accepted for loading grains, we immediately started to load soybeans.
So they're loading soybean.
Soybean is part of the grain family, which includes corn, wheat, barley, rice, etc., which are food for human and animal consumption. Hi there guys, Chief Officer Red. Welcome back to my channel. So I just woke up and I was able to recover because last night during the cargo hold inspection I did not sleep for 26 hours. So this morning, after our cargo holds have been accepted, they have started the loading operation, so I was able to sleep. Anyways, let's go on to the topic. So we are loading Brazilian soybeans here for about 67 million kilograms, more or less. Yes, that's too much food for the world. We are going to bring this to Asia. So this episode will be showing you how cargo ship bulk carriers are loaded with grains, specifically the soybeans. So stay tuned because we will start right now. Brazil is one of the biggest producer of soybean around the globe. Thus, the continent of South America is the largest soybean exporter in the world. So they are literally exporting food for the world. So before we arrive in the port guys, I have already made a cargo calculations on how much cargo we can load in this particular port. Depends on the voyage instruction given to us by the charterers. So for this particular voyage, I have calculated about 67,000 metric tons or 67 million kilograms of soybeans. Also, I have made a stowage plan and a loading sequence for the terminal to approve and followed. So in short guys, before we arrive at the loading port, everything is already planned. There are two teams involved in loading operation, the ship and the terminal.
The ship kayo yun, ship. And the terminal which
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
yung mga pest.
A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Okay, so continuing, bulk cargo vehicles found in rice and wheat, no? So ito yung mga grains na tinutukoy natin when we are loading. They were in the Anatolia, Turkey.
After we drop the anchor here in Antalya Anchorage, we have to open all the cargo holds to prepare for fumigation.
So this is the process of fumigation. By the way, I've been experienced on a tanker vessel, so I don't have any idea on the holding of the cargo, so we have to watch it on video. No?
The soybean cargo and all other grain cargoes, when transported for a long time, requires fumigation. What is fumigation? Fumigation is a method of pest control. Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel. So we just arrived here in Antalya, Turkey for the fumigation of our cargo. The last time in Brazil, I was not able to film the fumigation there dahil nabisi na ako sa drop survey. Parang ikaw lang, nung nabisi ka kakachat sa maling tao at hindi mo na nagawa ang mga bagay na dapat mong ginawa. Hindi, joke lang. Anyway, so the fumigation in Brazil have already expired. So we have to fumigate again. Ang fumigation guys ay ginagawa para makontrol ang peste na maaring sisira sa soybean during the voyage. So stay tuned because I am going to show you how they do it. Let's go. Before the fumigation begins, we have to conduct a toolbox meeting to assess the risk and discuss the whole fumigation. And now, we have to take up the fumigants or the chemicals to be used for fumigation. After that, they are now going to start in cargo hold number 1. So they are going to start the fumigation now. They are going to start in cargo hold number 1 and up to cargo hold number 7. Let's go and see.
They have 7 cargo holds.
There are few methods used in fumigation. The method that they are using to our ship is called trench-in application. Ginagawa ito sa pamamagitan ng pagbaon ng mga fumigants for about 30 cm down the surface of the stove using special tools. See for yourself.
So trench in itong pinatawag. So they will use a cylinder pipe, no? Which is the one we call trench in. And doon yung ipapasok ko yung
There are lots of methods being used, but this is the most common because it is easier and the cost is low.
mababa lang yung value.
These fumigants are poisonous. It is fatal if swallowed. It could cause skin irritation and serious eye damage when contacted. So the fumigators have to wear protective equipment during fumigation.
So, dapat naka full PPE yan, no? Kasi it can lead to skin disease or
Fumigants are
fatality.
pesticides or a mixture of pesticides that produces a gas that is toxic to most pests. We can compare it to the
The
pesticides that
pest
are being used and sprayed
failures.
on the rice field or banana plantation and many more farms to protect the crops from all kinds of pests. After a certain cargo hold is completed, we have to close it because the fumigants will start to produce phosphine.
Okay, so they need to enclose the hole, no, for the phosphate. Unless otherwise, kung di nila isasprayan, useless lang ang paglagay nila ng fumigant. And that is the time na magkakaroon ng suffocation ng mga pests. Kaya so the same process for cargo hold 1 until to
After
cargo
all the cargo holds are completed, we are now going to sign some documents for the fumigation.
I believe the other one is the captain. So that's why sabi ko dahil you have the privilege ng mga in your position, you are responsible
After
for
everything is clear, they have sealed the hatch covers and manholes, and our crew had to secure all hatch covers as our vessel still have a long voyage to go before we arrive to our discharging port. So that is how the fumigation is done, guys. Now you understand. So they have already given me instruction in order for the fumigants to be effective, and
So, again, no, kailangan maging malinis tayo pagdating sa ating mga cargo holds dahil that is the places where we are going to secure yung mga ita-transport natin na goods. So, first, hold bilges must be cleaned thoroughly and remove all residue, especially kung magpapalit tayo ng kargada, magpapalit tayo from example, from coal into grains, no? Dapat malinis siya na it is possible to contain or to contain a goods which is for humans and for other particles. No? For example, from coal, tapos magiging pagkain siya na pwede nating i-transform. So, pwede naman siya basta all the bilges must be cleaned thoroughly. So, the filter must be cleaned thoroughly. The bilge sections as well must be washed continuously with the seawater and remove all odors, no? Wala siyang amoy and must be sponge, no? Talagang sponge clean siya and it must be dry and remove the trace of water being dried. So cargo hold must be clean but stains and clothes flakes remain. So on this area, rose box bilges well stains remain. So hindi siya pwedeng paglagyan ng ating mga grains, no? For example. So in cargo bulk, hold beach acceptable condition. So compared to the previous one, no, this the acceptable condition, no. Di katulad nito, medyo rose box dirty and parang may mga stains pa. When carrying corn, so they were
this
somewhere
is
in the
corn.
middle.
I'm sure everybody knows what this is. For farmers and people who live from the provinces, corn is food. But for seafarers, corn is cargo. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry that I have to wear a face mask because here in our vessel, we are also following minimum health safety protocol. It is also a mandate of our company to do so. but I will try to be as clear as possible. Today, I am going to show you how our vessel discharge corn in bulk. When we say in bulk, it's a big amount of corn. Our vessel load this cargo from Romania and brought here in the Persian Gulf. It weighs 67,087 metric tons. 1 metric ton is equal to 1,000 kilograms. If you convert it, it is 67,087,000 kilograms of corn. Too much, eh? So here's what usually happens. When the vessel arrives at the port of discharge, the chief officer and the cargo surveyor will determine the quantity of cargo by drop survey. Drop survey is done by reading the drop marks of the ship and doing all the calculations until the quantity of cargo is achieved. After that, the ship is now ready to discharge the cargo. So how do our ship discharge this cargo? There are two teams for discharging operation, the ship and the shore. Shipmate is in charge for the ship and the foreman is in charge of the shore. By the way, the chief officer is in charge of the loading and discharging of cargo. Here in this particular terminal, where our vessel is alongside, they are using two evacuators to unload the cargo. This is the bigger one, which can unload 400,000 kilograms per hour, while the other one is half the capacity, which is 200,000 kilograms per hour. These evacuators use vacuums to sift the corns out of the cargo hold and into the lines of this equipment and feed to a waiting truck down below. See for
So
yourself.
that's how you transfer for the discharging
Sip.
operation.
Into the lines and feed to the truck. Yes, by truck. These trucks are designed only for clean cargoes like corn.
Mhm.
So these are the precautions for the ship to observe while discharging corn or any type of grain cargoes. First, weather monitoring. It is very important that this
Yes.
corn should not be contaminated with water or else it will be damaged. So the deck department should make sure that before the rain comes, operation should be stopped in coordination with the foreman and all cargo holds are closed. That's why weather monitoring is very important. Number 2, ship stability,
Stability.
which includes discharging sequence and ballasting operation.
So dapat alam mo kung ano yung uunahin mong cargo hold na
The chief officer usually make a discharging sequence that the foreman and his team have to follow. It must be monitored by the deck officers all throughout the operation. In case the sequence is not followed, chief officer must coordinate with the foreman and revise the plan if needed be. Discharging sequence is made for the sake of ship stability. In short, if there's no proper discharging sequence, the vessel could break or capsize while in port.
Yes.
Number 3, closing of cargo holds which are not in operation. Every time the sequence for each hold is temporarily stopped,
Yes, no? So,
then the holds must be
isa pa
closed
siyang dagdag sa
because closing of cargo holds is very slow.
kapantayan nyo.
So if the rain comes, you won't have enough time to close all the cargo holds. Then, there's a
So,
possibility
bubuksan
that
nyo
the
lang
horns will be
kailangan
contaminated
nyo,
and
cargo hold.
eventually damaged. And that's a big problem for the ship. Number 4, the ship's least. As much as
So, saan
possible,
nakalist yung vessel?
the ship must always be in upright or balanced position.
So, it must be on the
The
middle.
ship will least anytime due to a lot of factors during discharging. The corn cargo ships anytime, so as a chief officer, I only allow 2 to 3 degrees maximum least or tilt in English term. If that happens during nighttime, the deck officer on watch should call me without hesitation. Number 5. Sounding of cargo hold bilges every day.
Sounding, ibig sabihin,
Every cargo hold
need to
have a
check nyo
small
yung,
compartment down below called
yan.
bilges. These bilges should always be dry. If there's a water ingress, then it must be pumped out immediately in order to prevent cargo contamination. That's how sensitive this cargo is. Number
So, sounding tip
6.
yung tawag nila doon.
Everything should be recorded related to discharging operation. During stoppage, the watchman and the officer on watch should clearly indicate the reason of stoppage to prevent claims of delay afterwards. Again,
So on bulk cargo, the best practice is should be used by the high pressure air blow from starting from top to the collecting of all bottom from dusty cargo residue, hold to nozzle type, a long bamboo pole, or cleaning the difficult to reach area. So collect all sweeping of cargo residue from tank top before start of washing, and you should be Combi Gun, no, or the Tobey Gun to place a tripod, or for the best results you can use the high pressure. So from the starting point, no, the jet bottom frames, bulkhead slowly moving up, and the force of jet acting for the surface. So once the jet reach to the top structure, make a down sweep of the water jet to wash down all the debris. So in short, kung
Michael
mapapanood nyo
is a
dito sa
dry
video
bulk
na to,
operator and is preparing to book
how
the
they
next cargo.
use the
To do
process
that, the
is
hold
the
needs to be
jet spray.
cleaned by his team of crew members. The crew report that they have found stubborn stains and residue that they cannot remove. Michael is worried if the cargo hold area is not cleaned thoroughly, it will not pass the inspection. The next cargo may then be denied for loading and result in increased cost. He contacts Rachel, a WSS representative, for help. Rachel tells him that there are the best practices he can use to ensure peace of mind. The first is to use the right chemicals for the job. The right chemicals depend on the cargo type and severity of the stains. They should also be non-HME chemicals that comply with MARPOL Annex 5. She adds that pairing the chemicals with the right cargo hold cleaning equipment can help remove the toughest stains. This will reduce the cleaning time and effort and avoid wasting chemicals. With the right equipment, the crew can also avoid climbing or other unsafe work practices. But they should remember to don the right PPE. Rachel explains that using the correct cleaning processes and methods is also important. The chemical should be applied following the manufacturer's recommendations, from bottom up, moving the lance at a regular pace and pattern to maximize effectiveness. Let the chemical soak sufficiently and ensure it does not dry on the surface. Wash the chemicals down, then check for any residue. If any stains remain, reapply the chemicals to remove them. Do a final rinse with fresh water to help maintain the coatings. And lastly, protect the hold with a barrier coating, which will prevent deposits from adhering and make cleaning easier the next round. Equipment should also be drained, flushed with fresh water, and cleaned after use. With these best practices, the ship will have a clean hold, certified fit to receive its next cargo. Michael is impressed. He is excited to introduce the best practices and start cleaning better. Michael is a
So in operating water jet, first from the Australian ladder, and removing all the cargo residue from the flanges of beams and girders across the decks when the holds dry, or the pipe guards, spiral, and any loose rust, no, yung mga loose natin na kalawang, no, yung mga natatanggal na, yung mga napipil na paint, and should be scraped, no, sabi nga natin, gagamitan natin yung scraper, and aluminum extension ladders should be used for reaching out the upper areas. So ano ba yung mga aluminum ano natin, no? Ito yung multi-stage ladder, and we have the multi-stage and we have the extension ladders. And we have also the tower extension ladder. So in typical washing of cargo, use the Tobey gun. No? Ayun yung Tobey gun natin. And typical washing cargo for the Tobey gun. No, it is a aluminum type, then ipapasok lang natin diyan yung or iko-connect lang natin diyan yung ating, ang tawag dito, yung sa fire hydrant natin, which is we going to use a seawater. And Maxi Jet Power Water Jet, no? Yung power jet natin gamit yung ating fire hydrant. So, working in a Panamax size hole, no? Ganun daw mag-start tayo from the top, then to the bottom, no? Kasi kung maglilinis kayo sa baba, tapos lilinisin nyo rin sa taas, babagsak din yung dumi. So, after that, you should be closely inspect or check the condition of the cargo hold.
Our ship has completed discharging a shipment of coal. As always, after emptying the cargo holds and leaving port, the next step is to start cleaning the holds in preparation for the next voyage. Since the previous cargo was coal, it would take a lot of time and effort to clean the cargo holds. Normally, that wouldn't be an issue. But as luck would have it, we received the next voyage's instruction, and we were to bring the ship to the next port, which is only a few hundred miles away. At our ship's speed, we will get there within a day. On top of that, the next cargo will be corn. So from holding coal, which made our cargo holds dirty, we will need to clean the holds up to grain standards. It's a good thing that, as per our schedule, we had about 5 days before our ship's turn to enter port. Normally, cleaning the holds from coal to grain is already a tall order in itself, but doing so within a span of only a few days, that's going to be very tough on the crew. So as soon as our ship left port, the deck crew went into action and began cleaning the holds.
So, ayun yung hirap, no? Lalo na kung voyage kayo, tapos kailangan nyo magkarga ng panibagong bagada, tapos magkaiba sila ng product, kailangan nyo madali ang linisin yung cargo hold.
For
So,
dirty
that's
cargoes such as coal, cleaning agents are normally used. These are diluted in fresh water and sprayed on the dirty surfaces.
So, most likely, ayaw ng mga deck crew yung mga short voyages kasi paguran. Wala ka ng tulog, tapos maglilinis pa kayo, then pagdating ng port, trabaho ulit. So, the same process, no, from the top, no, sisimulan nyo sa taas hanggang sa pababa yung ating cleaning procedure, no? Using the jet spray or the Tobey Gun, and it is connected on our seawater. So that concludes our presentation for today, and for our prelim examination coverage, no, ibibigay ko na rin kayo right away. First, we have the test 1, which is the identification, and what must be for part A, no, you should write your answer after the number, no. It is a identification type, and you have a 20 items. And for part B, you just need to write letter D if it is deck cargo, or C of if it is a container cargo. So identify nyo lang siya kung deck or container cargo, as we have discussed from our week 2, I guess, no? Week 2 or week 3 or week 4. And for our test 2, it is a essay type, and you need to have a answer a question which is principles of securing maritime safety to support your answer. So the essay prompt, you have to imagine the officer responsible for taking cargo of ship. So it is the topic, no? So hindi pa yun yung question, but I give you the topic. So para meron na kayo idea ano yung magiging question pagdating sa exam. So good luck and have a great weekend. Hindi ko na kayo bibigyan activity for you to review for our upcoming examination. So thank you very much, everyone.